What is up guys, my name is Chase and this is my quick little first thoughts of the ESR Apple Pencil case for the iPad 10th generation. So I got this case just because I really liked how low profile it seemed. It just seems like a very basic folio case for the iPad, which is basically all I was looking for. They really sold me on this case by including this little holder for your Apple Pencil, which I think is actually really cool. But I will say that there are some things that are making me return this case actually. So this case is your basic silicone case for the iPad. You just kind of pop the iPad in here and there you go. There it is in the case. There's little cutouts for the speakers. There's a cutout for the Touch ID button at the top here. And then on the bottom we have another cutout for the speakers and a cutout for the USB-C port. And then on the side we have your little volume buttons here. So it has this magnetic cover on the front, so when you open it up your iPad will automatically turn on. I really like that. And then you can close it and it just shuts really nicely. I also like that the case feels very sturdy. There's hard plastic around the edges, which is really nice for, in case your iPad falls on one of the corners. And then once again, when we open it, there's a little holder for your Apple Pencil, which is really cool. You can bring your Apple Pencil easily with your iPad. And then finally, I just really liked the color. I think this blue matches really nicely with the iPad blue. So I really like the color on this case. However, there are some issues that are going to make me have to return this case. And when I talk about them, they might sound very small and nitpicky, but please trust me that these problems do actually make the case really difficult to use, at least for me. First off, it's actually pretty difficult to open the cover for this, which I don't know. Yeah, I think that's fine. I think because the cover closes so nicely and flush against the device, there's no, easy way to sort of get a corner to open. It's not the biggest issue. Again, in my opinion, it would have been nicer if the case can just easily flip open. Another thing that I find a little bit annoying is that it is very difficult to get the Apple Pencil out of the holder here, which is why it's still in the holder right now as I film this video, because it's super duper hard to get it out. You push on both corners and it doesn't come out. Oh my goodness, I can't even get it out right now on camera. And I don't want to be doing this in public, when I'm struggling to get my Apple Pencil out of this little case. There we go. So there's no easy way to get the Apple Pencil out, which is actually pretty annoying, not gonna lie. And then the third and final straw for me with this case was that because the volume buttons are part of the case, there's little plastic here. If the case on the edge here comes undone, even very slightly, it misaligns the volume buttons, which makes it almost impossible to press. So whenever you use this case, you have to make sure that this edge here is completely on top of the iPad. And that's super duper annoying, not gonna lie. Especially because this edge here is kind of flimsy. It can easily come off. Yeah, that was my final straw. That was okay, I'm honestly not going to deal with this case. It seemed such a good idea. Everything about this case I think seems really cool. And if you can sort of put up with these little shortcomings here, then I think it's a fine case. You can actually stand it up, but the way that it stands up is by connecting these two edges here, and it makes a little triangle, and then you set your iPad like that. Unfortunately, it's super duper easy to come undone. So you could just be sitting with your iPad here, and then all of a sudden it could just fall open like that. For me though, it's just annoying enough where I think I would be better off getting a different case, unfortunately. I mean, they even got the Touch ID button right. It just feels natural to put your finger there, and the Touch ID sensor still works to open up the iPad. So there are just some flaws with this case that I think adds up to it being very just not great to use. And once again, it's super duper unfortunate because I really wanted to like this case. If anything, just because of the color. I love the color. But anyway, those are my thoughts on the ESR Apple Pencil case for the iPad 10th generation. If you guys happen to have this case, let me know what you think about it in the comments. If you want to see another one of my videos about this 10th generation iPad, feel free to check it out below. For now, thank you so much for watching. My name is Chase and I will see you guys again soon. Bye.